Hey everyone, this is Diana Rose. Welcome to my channel. I talk about reality TV and anything that is popping in social media. Today's commentary is going to be Love and Marriage Huntsville, Marsau and Tisha Scott, and Tisha's mother, Wanda. These three have been living in some glass houses and they finally threw the rock that broke it all, okay? Shards, glass everywhere. Y'all have seen them up and down your timeline all weekend with their mugshots prominently displayed. I'm going to talk to you guys about that and also how it ties to some other videos that I did recently. I'm going to tell y'all all about it, but before I do, please hit that like button right now. That's how YouTube knows to recommend this one to others. Also, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. I appreciate every single one of you guys for rocking with me. A lot of you have asked me to do this one. And of course, I just wanted to do my research so that I could bring you guys a quality commentary. And so let's get to it. So you guys, there has been so much happening with the Scotts and all the brothers on and off camera, those with and without a contract, with Wanda, with Wanda's crazy cousin. There's been so many things that has been happening over the last couple of months leading up to, the airing of season 4. And it's still going all the way up through that crazy scuffle that happened a few weeks ago. And now we get mugshots. Tisha, Marsau, Wanda, Kimmy, Destiny, Maurice, you name it. They have all tried to duke us into believing that all of this hate, anger, animosity toward Melody had to do with a cheating rumor, and that she brought Kiki on the show to destroy Tisha and Marsau's marriage. But now it is very apparent that the secret they wanted to stay buried or in the closet had nothing to do with cheating. It had to do with those police records, okay? That's what they didn't want exposed. And that is why everybody has been all on guard talking about Melody, this, that, and the other. Because when Melody asked Kiki to come on the show and be a friend of hers, those three, Tisha, Wanda, and Marsau, got scared that Melody was looking for payback or retaliation. And damn near every interview that Tisha and Marsau did leading up to the season was about how Melody hated them. And they're saying the same thing on the show, which is confusing as hell. But listen to this interview they did with Crystal XO. I think it was episode 3. But it shows that it was much deeper than the cheating rumor.
You know what the bad part about it is?
Well, I want to say one thing before Marsau starts talking. I mean, it is a disappointing situation. And unfortunately, she has someone who has hate for us that she's willing to bring anybody on the show to try to destroy us. If it's not my marriage, it's my reputation. My family is something. So it's a tough situation. And Kiki was asked to come on the show earlier by this same person to speak badly about me, and she declined. And she called and told me about it. However, this time, I guess she wants to be a part of the reality TV world.
And the thing about it is, I know that we're going to get blamed for a lot. We simply don't tell people's business. We don't do that. That's not really what we do. Her overall thing and what's going to be thrown around against us. And this is something this is a real situation. Yeah. This wasn't a friend who cheated, then started a reality show, and we're just helping them out. And it's kind of this way here. This is a real situation. This is a situation where our hearts were involved. Yeah. My heart was involved. And to see this flipped around and turned back on us, it's very hurtful. Yeah. And we weren't then, and we're not going to allow our reputation in that capacity to be tarnished. And so the Kiki situation, that's really tough for us, because that her and Tisha were pretty cool.
We was like sisters.
And there is something that's a lot deeper than what's being said. And we did our best to all parties involved. We were put in a very tough situation. I made the judgment call. Bottom line is, and y'all seen the clips of it, is that I made the judgment call to inform our friends about something that she was struggling with. Okay. Because it impacted everyone's relationships. And it impacted us. It impacted everybody we knew. And it would have impacted them. And so we said, hey, here's a heads up. And then it gets twisted, like, "Ooh, girl, they was laughing and joking," and that's not true. And they know it. Reese and Kimmy were there when it happened. And they, I'm sure hoping they can recall that situation. I know Reese can. But beyond that, what I'm saying is that, because I'll talk to Maurice. Macy, stop. But beyond that, what I'm saying is that the Kiki situation is really tough because it's actual family.
Yeah.
And you can hint at a lot of stuff right now, but
yeah,
I hate how it's going to end for her.
That was in a clip, and Tisha actually refused to say what you had shared about her before because you didn't want to say it on camera.
No, I didn't. I don't want to bring that to TV. Yeah. And I was hoping she wouldn't bring it to TV because I know that we've been getting just off of rumors.
Right.
So when people start pulling up your past and start pulling up facts, and she has a family, and like, I love her kids. Like, this is my first cousin. Her dad is my mom's brother. We have the same grandparents.
Yeah.
We were like sisters. And unfortunately, our decisions in life has taken us on two totally different paths, but it's still love there. And I still want what's best for her. So her situation, she's asking me about it. I'm like, I'm not going to talk about it on camera. If you want to talk about it, you talk about it. It's your life, your decision, but I'm not going to do
the
that.
Bottom line is, media is totally different now than it was before.
Yeah.
The second you see yourself on TV, people are...
Yeah. Yeah, they are. They definitely are. But
Okay, so you guys also heard what Marsau said. Quote, "It's actually much deeper than what we think." And then him saying, "I'm not going to let anyone tarnish my reputation." That was telling. And then Tisha said they're going to dig up Kiki's past and they're going to dig up facts. Marsau did the same thing. He was like, social media or media isn't what it used to be. As soon as she comes on screen, they're going to start. And then he took his finger and started like scanning the palm of his hand. Like, they're going to investigate her. And he's not lying. Social media did go on a hunt for Kiki's information. However, the show did fail in providing us something that was satisfying, because at the end of the day, y'all have been dangling this carrot in front of our face about Kiki for we're on episode 12 and we still don't know the information from the show. It actually came out on social media. And people decided to type Marsau, Tisha's, and Wanda's name into the search bar to see what came back. And unfortunately for them, Facebook and YouTube have uncovered some alleged felony theft charges against Tisha and Wanda, and then some other charges that were brought against Marsau from the government. I had to actually look up what was a felony theft charge. Like, I know like grand theft auto is a felony, but apparently receiving stolen goods could be a felony depending on what those stolen goods are. And they also said that the state will set a limit on what is considered a felony theft, and that each state is different. So Georgia could be anything $500 or more. Alabama could be anything $2,500 or more. It just depends on the state. I do want to repeat that this is alleged. However, someone did reach out to Tisha once these rumors and allegations hit, and they said, "Hi there. Would you like to make a public comment in regards to your arrest record being released online? Would love to chat with you about it," and get a direct quote. Tisha responded, "I received this message from a young lady on my personal cell. I understand that you enjoy the show and thanks for watching, but I think this is when fans turn to fanatics. In regards to anything I have ever experienced in my past, I suggest that you do your research and make sure that you have the correct information and report 100% facts. Your attempt to slander and embarrass me will last about 48 hours. I would hate for this to affect you financially for a much longer time frame. Hashtag stop effing with me. Hashtag enjoy the show. Hashtag Letitia Scott. Hashtag love and marriage Huntsville." Okay, you guys, I'm going to pivot just a little bit, but it's still on topic with what we were just talking about. I recently did a video called "The Comeback Group Lost 47 Acres." And You guys can check that video out, please, if you haven't. The link is in the description box, but you can also just go back to the video catalog and choose the thumbnail that looks like this. The comeback group lost 47 acres. In that video, I talked to y'all about how this friendship group started. They were actually genuine friends. I talked to y'all about where Tisha and Marsau were financially, how the Holtz, Melody and Martell, helped them rebuild a business because Marsau had to file for bankruptcy. That's how Skult was actually formed. And I talked to y'all about the breakup of the friendship. And Melody, who this was her idea, her dream. She wanted to be a reality TV star. She was shopping all of her this footage around to different producers. After her friendship ended with the Scotts 1 and 2.0, she actually interviewed 16 other couples to be a part of her reality TV show dream. And it turned out that Carlos had ended up picking the original 4, the Scott 1.0 and 2.0. But I talked about it in that video. And I talked to you about how the 47 acres was acquired. That the Holtz had charged Marsau with finding the land, and then they bought the land, and then they were supposed to, move forward with developing on it and all that stuff. However, after Melody found out that Martell was cheating, that friendship group disbanded. And there was a lot of resentment toward Melody because of it. Because those 47 acres were supposed to make all of them multi-millionaires. That was how close this friendship group actually was. And then when Melody discovered that Martell was cheating, she had done some investigation and figured that out. She also figured out that he had some help keeping it a secret. But she also may have discovered what we all saw this weekend. Considering the connections that Melody and Martell had, if you guys, again, go back, look at the video, Melody and Martell had brought in politicians, all kinds of people to get on board with redeveloping the north side of Huntsville, from what I'm understanding, just based on clips and interviews that they had done previously. And maybe she thought that Tisha and Marsau and whomever else they knew, since they had a checkered background, allegedly, that they could hurt things for this development deal. But I want you guys to listen to this other clip from Crystal XO. It's from the same interview, actually, where Tisha and Marsau talk about the breakdown of their friendship with the Holtz, and Melody accusing Marsau of covering for Martell and hiding things that Martell was doing with his mistress. And then also Marsau talks about the parameters he puts on, or boundaries that he have with his friendships, and what he would never tell on TV.
We didn't see that on the show because it was way before the show even started.
Right.
But we bonded over there. And I mean, it was to the point where I didn't even like Martell anymore because of what he was doing, what he was taking her through.
Right.
And then it's like, she kind of flipped. She started blaming us for it. And then so like our friendship it was like, we just stopped hanging out as much, and we just went our separate ways for like a whole year. Mm-hmm. And then when the show when they wanted us to audition for the show, that's when we started back hanging back out with them. Wow. And started back talking to them. And unfortunately, when we first started filming, that's a part of the show we didn't discuss because Melody and Martell asked us not to discuss that. Mm-hmm. And so we was like, fine, if y'all don't want us to discuss it, we want. But it put us in a bad position because they asked us not to discuss that, but we didn't know that they was discussing what Melody was discussing it with the producers. Right. So we're filming, right? And the producers are like, "This is reality TV. We know what's going on. Y'all gonna have to talk about this." And so it's like, what do we do? Because they asked us not to talk about it, but then we have.
Then they came in and said, "Hey, listen,
y'all gotta talk about
this,
right?"
And so even like stuff like the car wash scene where we're like, "Oh my God, did you?" Yeah, like, yeah, fool. Yeah. But see, that goes back to who we are. Mm-hmm. That goes back to who we are and what kind of friends we are. Because we're not the friends. We're the friends that says, "Hey man, I don't want to talk about this on TV." It doesn't get talked about on TV. Right. Bottom line. You know what I'm saying? We're not the friends that be like, "Oh, I know something. I'll tell you about this later. I expose it." We're not those guys, and we never have been. And so that's where you kind of see that flip now. It's like it's not. I'm not going to go, be a bitch and start just, just telling business. But I'm saying, hey man, like stop.
Yeah.
Like because even if you say that you have some things that you can accuse me of without proof, without receipts, without anything like that, and let's say you have one thing that you can accuse me of, I have 50,000 things that I know and accurate that I'm sitting back holding saying, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like the person that you are giving the most to is trying to take the most from you. And so that's why I'm saying, like, listen, at some point, man, look, y'all gonna have to stop messing with Marsau.
So I think it was just a matter of time while we was filming. I think it was just a matter of time before it was like, okay, well, let's start putting this back. Let's start saying this about them and let's bring this on them.
Well, I mean, we've never done that.
I'm saying we didn't know. Like, we was shocked and we was like, oh, so this is the direction we're going in. And I mean, to me, it was like, welcome to reality TV.
And the funny thing about it, like I said, to reiterate, till this day, we have not volunteered any extra information about anybody. Tisha did say that BMW comment.
Right, because I was,
But the crazy part about that is that the way she got the picture was from Melody.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, you guys, when you listen to that clip, you can definitely tell that there was something much deeper going on than Melody made us a promise not to talk about their personal marital problems or infidelities. Why would that keep Tisha and Marsau up at night? If you guys listen to my Galentine's review, I said even then, that could not have been the reason. Like, you are telling me that you're pissed at this woman for saying on TV that her and her husband were having an affair or having a marital problems. Makes no sense. You know what does make sense? If the promise was twofold. You guys don't talk about our marital problems and we won't talk about your mugshots. Again, this is the reason why you don't want your good cousin Kiki on the show being a friend to Melody, because you're afraid that Melody is going to, quote, manipulate, unquote, Kiki into telling your story. And if Carlos was in talks with them about a spinoff, it also makes sense why they would be acting a plumb fool, directing all of that ugly energy toward Melody and her mother so that they can keep the smoke off their own behinds. That is my feelings and thoughts on that. I also feel the reason why this actual season feels so manufactured with these cheating rumors is because it is. Tisha and Marsau are putting their own stories out there to the blogs anonymously at this point. The chemist, or whatever that she calls herself, she released a statement, I think 2 days ago. I'm not even going to post it here. I just remember her saying something like, God doesn't play about me. And I was laughing because I was like, oh Lord, he might. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if you are friends with somebody and someone reaches out for that type of comment, like, oh, do you know this person? You heart it. Then all of a sudden, oh girl, is there anything you'd like to tell me, anonymously? Why would you heart that? Why wouldn't you just say, no, I don't have anything to tell you or whatever? And it was, again, obvious that Tisha is friends with her. She is a friend of her page. She has liked things on her page. Marsau's brothers have liked things on this woman's page. They have gone to events and things together. It just seemed weird to me that she was okay with even letting that be a rumor if that was your friend, unless she was doing it with Tisha and Marsau's blessing. That's what I think. Also, guys, let me put this out here. When Destiny became an honorary Scot and Wanda was on her live saying, I'm happy that she is a friend of ours because Melody will put your business out there, that also ties in to all of this. So they have been telling on themselves for months now, literally for months. And when all of this news hit social media, Melody posted again, no weapon formed against me shall prosper, for every demon 5 blessings. So she is definitely keeping her eye on the mess, her and her mother. And we all heard the video where Carlos King said that Melody was one of the best reality TV stars because she's willing to tell her own truth and not let someone sneak in behind her with their version of the truth, okay? Never, ever, ever, ever. But you guys, that's pretty much it. And I don't want you guys to think that I'm ignoring y'all or not paying attention to you. I absolutely am. I'm hosting. I have family over. It is actually my birthday weekend, and my actual birthday is on Tuesday. So I am a summer baby, but I will be in and out, definitely still doing my review and all the other things. But you guys go ahead and like this video. As always, I appreciate y'all so much. Subscribe to my channel, share this video. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, and I will see you all on the next one.